The acquisition fee is, it costs you money as the dealer to get this vehicle prepared, right? So that's what this is going towards. This is just a pass-along expense. Maybe not the whole thing. It's probably going to cost you $1,500 to recondition this vehicle, but you pass along this expense to the consumer and say, hey, it cost me a lot of money to get it for you. That's what this acquisition fee is. As long as this acquisition fee is consistent in your program, it's slightly arbitrary in what that number is specifically. To be competitive, you might say this is $495 in my geography, or you might use a percent of the agreed upon sales price. This is going to be 10%, as long as it's defensible to some degree. So if I said, oh, well, this is going to be 20% of the agreed upon sales price, but it really only cost me $1,200 in reconditioning, then you might have the Attorney General of the state come at you later on and say, well, wait a second, that's not fair. And that would probably be a good case. So as long as it's reasonable, every new car lease has an acquisition fee. Add it to the lease contract. It makes sense. Purchase option fee. If they get to the end of the term and they want to purchase it, a reasonable fee would be $450 that you add to that amount that they're going to finance or pay off in cash. If they're not going to purchase it, they're turning it into you. You are a lender at this point, and you have to take action on something. So the disposition of the vehicle is now something you need to do. You can add a fee to that. A reasonable fee would be $450. Security deposit. This is a huge benefit on the cash and tax side. So let's say the money down is $2,000, since that's our example, and you want to take a $500 deposit on every vehicle in your program that comes in. So that $500 is minused out before it hits that agreed upon sales price. So the actual monies down would be $1,500, but you're saving that $500 on your balance sheet for a rainy day, for some of these fees that might come up later that you can apply as income against that expense later on. So the benefit to that is that you now have cash that you can deploy as working capital in your organization without it being taxable. And you can imagine an extra $500 that's not taxed on your portfolio can really add up to helping you in running your business. And then excess mileage fee or excess wear and tear. Most often, our dealers do not use these as penalties for their customers. It's really in a gross negligence sort of a way where they just demolish the vehicle and you need to take some action. But in the most part, you want that customer retention. You want to keep your brand for your dealership. So you waive those and move on.